welcome back. If you're interested in psychology, human behavior, and powerful life lessons, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're unpacking a massive phenomenon that touches literally all of our lives, usually without us even realizing it. We're talking about the dark psychology and the true hidden cost of fast fashion. It's basically a journey into how our minds are influenced and the crazy ripple effects of our everyday choices. All right, let's begin.
Okay, picture this scenario, because I know it's incredibly relatable. You open up your favorite online shopping app, and right there on the homepage, boom, an amazing deal. A brand new t-shirt for just 299 rupees. You scroll a bit more. There's a pair of jeans for 499 and a trendy jacket for 699. I mean, the numbers on your screen look almost too good to be true, right? But we just go ahead and click Add to Cart without a second thought.
Okay, let's dive into this. Looking at these rock-bottom prices kind of forces us to ask a pretty serious question. How on earth are these clothes made so cheaply? Like, are these massive multi-billion-dollar companies just generously selling to us at a loss? Obviously, that doesn't make any business sense. So, is there a hidden truth behind those price tags that we just never stop to think about while we're hunting for a bargain? To start unraveling this mystery, we have to look at one absolutely staggering number: 100 billion. The reality is that every single year, over 100 billion garments are produced globally. Just let the sheer scale of that sink in for a second. That's 100 billion pieces of clothing for a planet with only about 8 billion people. It's just a massive, relentless machine churning out garments day in and day out across the world.
But here is where the story takes a much darker turn. Out of those 100 billion garments, a massive chunk are worn maybe a handful of times. Or worse, they go straight into the trash without ever being used at all. We're talking about mountains of discarded textiles ending up in landfills across the globe, creating these towering synthetic heaps that literally take centuries to decompose. The real loss in this hyperspeed race isn't just financial. These discarded clothes carry a heavy, hidden toll, deeply impacting our environment, the invisible workers who make them, and ultimately, our collective future.
Section 1. Fast fashion, the illusion versus reality. To understand how we got here, we have to look at how the industry completely flipped the script. Back in the day, fashion operated on a pretty predictable, seasonal rhythm. You had your spring and summer collections, your autumn and winter ones, maybe just a few new launches a year. But fast fashion totally replaced those seasonal collections with weekly micro-trends. New designs drop every single week, sometimes literally every few days. By the time we finish breaking down exactly how this model became such a global juggernaut, you might honestly never look at your online shopping cart the same way again. The entire purpose of this aggressive speed is to induce major FOMO, the fear of missing out. The message is basically, buy today or it's gone tomorrow. This whole model is meticulously engineered to make you feel an intense artificial urgency. Like if you don't buy that 299 rupee t-shirt right this exact second, it's going to vanish from the app, replaced by next week's micro-trend, and you will never see it again. It really all boils down to a relentless four-step cycle that completely transformed the clothing industry. Design fast, produce fast, sell fast, and repeat fast. It's basically a perpetual motion machine prioritizing speed and volume above absolutely everything else. By rapidly iterating on whatever design happens to go viral today, these companies make sure their production lines never stop, and more importantly, neither does the consumer's urge to endlessly buy.
Section 2. The psychological trap.
So why do we keep buying so many clothes, even when our closets are completely bursting at the seams? Well, the answer lies in human behavior and the super subtle ways our minds are manipulated on a daily basis. It starts with a simple psychological trick that plays out every single time we pick up our phones. As we scroll through social media, we are just bombarded. We see influencers showcasing flawless new outfits every day. We see celebrities pushing the absolute latest micro-trends. We're targeted by endless, highly optimized ads. It's a continuous, overwhelming stream of newness. Now, what's really interesting about this is how, slowly but surely, this constant exposure artificially plants a really toxic subliminal message right in our brains. Your perfectly good clothes are now outdated. Because we're constantly shown what's new and what's in, we actually start to genuinely believe that the clothes sitting in our wardrobe, clothes that have absolutely nothing wrong with them, no tears, no stains, are somehow obsolete and unwearable just because they're from last month. It completely rewires our entire perception of value.
And companies deliberately exploit this exact feeling. Change the trend, change the collection, force repeat shopping. They know for a fact that if they can make you feel out of style, they can trap you in a never-ending cycle of consumption. You aren't even really buying a piece of fabric anymore. You're buying a temporary psychological cure for that feeling of being left behind. And because the trends shift weekly, the cure is always short-lived, which ensures the cycle just never, ever stops.
Section 3. The impossible math of 299 rupees. Let's step back from the psychology for a second and just think logically about the physical reality of a dirt-cheap garment. If you're paying just 299 rupees, I want you to ask yourself these rapid-fire questions. Who grew the raw cotton? Who paid to run the massive factory? Who actually sat down and stitched that fabric together? Who shipped those goods across oceans? And how did it eventually reach your door? After all of those massive, expensive, logistical steps, how in the world does the company still walk away with a profit?
Well, the truth is staring us right in the face. The math simply does not add up. Not fairly, anyway. When a product is this unbelievably cheap, despite crossing the entire globe to reach you, the dark reality begins. It means corners are being violently cut somewhere in that supply chain. Someone's wages are being suppressed, or environmental regulations are being completely ignored, all just to protect that profit margin.
So it leaves us with this chilling thought. If you aren't paying the true costs of that clothing, who is? Is it the environment being choked by toxic dyes? Is it the factory worker overseas making literally pennies a day in unsafe conditions? Someone, somewhere, is paying the steep price for that 299 rupee t-shirt. If this explainer helped you understand people a little better, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more psychology insights. Your support helps this channel grow and allows me to create more